The Early Years Foundation Stage Framework sets the standards for the learning, development and care of children from birth to age 5 in England. It aims to ensure that all young children receive a strong foundation for future learning and development in a safe and supportive environment. Today we are going to be deep diving into one of the prime areas of the EYFS framework, physical development. It's important to mention that in Wales the government have created their own unique Early Years framework, which differs from the EYFS. Despite this, the principles are the same and they still set out specific milestones that young children should still be achieving. Hi everyone, I'm Zoe from My Progression and this is part 3 of our series exploring the EYFS framework. In this video series we will discuss all 7 areas of learning and development in the EYFS. If you haven't already watched our EYFS framework video, watch it before you continue by clicking on the link. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the bell? Liking our videos means that we know what you want and we can create more content based on what you want to learn more about. So, what is physical development? Physical development is one of the prime areas of learning in the early years foundation stage. It focuses on helping children develop their fine and gross motor skills, coordination, control and movement. This area of development also supports overall health and well-being, encouraging children to be active and make healthy choices regarding food, exercise and self-care. The Department of Health and Social Care say to aim for at least 3 hours of physical activity across the day for children in the early years. This doesn't have to be planned in explicitly through activities. It can include simple tasks such as encouraging children to walk up and down the stairs by themselves or letting babies feed themselves finger food. This allows children to practice using gross and fine motor skills, including developing hand-eye coordination. In early year settings, you may hear the terminology cruising. This will support a child's physical development by encouraging them to walk or move along using furniture to support them. So why is physical development so important? Well, physical activity is vital in children's all-round development, enabling them to pursue happy, healthy and active lives. A government study in October 2024 found that children who are more physically active in the early years are better at regulating their emotions and achieve better in school. This research suggested that those children with poor fine and gross motor development are less likely to participate in social play, and this could lead to them becoming isolated when playing and learning. 2 key aspects of physical development are core strength and coordination. Core strength enables a child to maintain stability and control movement from the centre of their body outward. Without core strength, they may struggle with both fine and gross motor skills, making it difficult to perform more advanced movements. Coordination refers to the brain's ability to manage the movement of different body parts simultaneously. Developing both core strength and coordination is essential for child development, as it supports communication, language development, reading and writing. Mastering whole body movements also enhances a child's ability to use small tools, such as those for writing, drawing and painting. At the end of the reception year, early years children are assessed against the early learning goals. These goals determine whether children have made the expected level for development in each area for learning and development. There are 2 aspects of the early learning goals for physical development: gross motor skills and fine motor skills. Gross motor skills are when a child uses their whole body in a movement, such as jumping or running. Children at the expected level of development regarding gross motor skills will negotiate space and obstacles safely with consideration for themselves and others. As well as this, they'll demonstrate strength, balance and coordination when playing. And finally, they'll move energetically, such as running, jumping, dancing, hopping, skipping and climbing. Fine motor skills are when a child uses precise movements, such as using specific body parts, such as the thumb and finger to pick objects up. Children at the expected level of development regarding fine motor skills will hold a pencil effectively in preparation for fluent writing, using the tripod grip in almost all cases. As well as this, they'll use a range of small tools, including scissors, paintbrushes and cutlery. And finally, they'll begin to show accuracy and care when drawing. So what does this look like in practice within an early years setting? Well, as physical development is one of the prime areas in the EYFS, it must be prioritised, and children must have plenty of opportunities to play both indoors and outdoors. Early years educators should ensure that activities are purposefully planned into the day, giving children the opportunity to move their bodies in different ways. For a large part of the day, children should be able to explore the environment around them and choose what they want to do and play with, meaning that they will develop a lot of these skills naturally. However, well-planned activities that are led by adults will further enhance a child's development, focusing on different physical skills that they have not secured yet. There are many different activities that early years settings can use to support children progress in their physical development. The choice of activity depends on the age of the children in the setting. Firstly, physical skills for babies can be developed through encouraging movement such as crawling, which will eventually lead to walking as the baby grows up. Before this, babies need to spend time on their tummies to develop their muscles and head control. Just be aware that babies should never be left on their tummy unsupervised. The next step is to encourage babies to start crawling, which supports both fine and gross motor development due to strengthening different muscles in the body, including the shoulders, back, and hands. When children can walk, there are lots of different activities that will benefit their physical development. As discussed in our previous video, stories are vital in communication and language development, and these can be used to support physical development as well. When you're reading stories, you can ask the children to include different actions, such as acting as different animals moving through the jungle if you were reading the Jungle Book, for example. This encourages children to practice fine and gross motor movements at the same time as having fun and being engrossed in a text. Other activities to encourage practicing gross motor skills include creating obstacle courses, asking children to move objects from one place to another, and taking part in outdoor activities such as gardening and playing in mud kitchens. Promoting movement teaches children from a young age the importance of exercise and the positive impact that this can have on both physical and mental health. When practicing fine motor skills, children can take part in a range of different activities, including using Play-Doh, experimenting with a range of art resources, and basic cooking with adult supervision. The actions of mixing, squeezing, and pouring help develop both fine and gross motor skills. As well as this, it also develops hand-eye coordination skills. Different activities such as weighing ingredients and using child-friendly kitchen utensils will also develop other areas of the Early Years Foundation Stage framework, including mathematics and understanding the world around them. Physical development is a key area of learning in the Early Years Foundation Stage, supporting children's overall health, well-being and future learning. It involves developing both gross and fine motor skills, coordination and core strength, which are essential for movement, self-care and even early communication skills. Physical development should be prioritised by early years professionals as it is one of the prime areas of the EYFS, and this acts as a building block for the other areas to develop. The UK government highlights the importance of physical activity in early childhood, as it also aids emotional regulation and academic success. Children in EYFS settings should engage in at least 3 hours of physical activity daily, which can be incorporated into everyday tasks like walking, feeding themselves and playing. Early years educators play a crucial role in promoting physical development by providing opportunities for active play both indoors and outdoors. It's important that children experience a mixture of both child-led exploration and adult-led planned activities to support them in developing both fine and gross motor skills, which will be essential for later life. I've been Zoe from My Progression. Let's keep your career in motion.